That was a weird hand thing. Welcome back to another Almost Adulting podcast.
Welcome back. And it's one that's a celebration, I think. It's very exciting. It's exciting for me. I'm sure Bella's really excited to be here. Free time. If you want to explain.
Yeah, so I quit my job that I was at for about 6 years.
Wow.
That's a long time.
Yeah, so 6 years. That's just a dedication. I'm pretty young, but I've never had a job for 6 years. I think the longest was 2 years, and it's hard. If you ever left a job that you're really comfortable with, and I think she was lucky enough to kind of be friends with the people she was working with and really enjoyed the work to an extent. So big change, I'm sure.
I think the problem was I was too comfortable. Maybe. I don't have anything negative to say about my job. I think it was just time for me to do other things and to be uncomfortable doing something else.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's always good. I know in the news you probably see like everybody quitting their job, or at least that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's definitely a big shift to like work from home has been a factor. Yeah, I think that really stems from people's like, at least in some positions, like if you're lucky enough to work like in a field where you could focus on productivity instead of hours. So successful like completion of projects versus your time. So I know like not all positions are like that, and you're coming from somewhere that's more time focused, like in the retail field. So obviously that's always going to be there in some capacity.
Yeah. And I want to, focus more on school and hopefully finish my bachelor's degree within a year so I could do bigger, better things with my time and my life. So, and also to pursue, content creation more on like a full-time level than less than part-time. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about that in the past. Like we want to be here and share things that we're doing, but we also need the time to do that. And in between working full-time jobs and like in conflicting schedules, we don't have the time to like film and edit and I don't know, just be creative in different ways. It's outside of like just spending time together.
Yeah, I talked about it in one of the previous podcasts. Like I come home from work and we want to record a video and I'm too tired. My legs hurt, my brain hurts. So it's just too overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are experiencing that or realizing that they're not making time or like have enough energy and time because, I don't know, you only have so much energy in the day to do everything, that they're spending most of the time going to work and driving back and forth.
Sorry, I keep adjusting the mic to make sure we're speaking into the mic and not.
Yeah, we practice. It moves around. Yeah, people want to make time for their passions outside of work. I know work's like mandatory. I mean, bills are bills, and everybody has to do whatever it takes, basically. And that's not always going to be like what you want, but hopefully you find something you're very like okay and content with. It's a transaction, is what it is, and we've been talking about that a little bit more and more. That you want to like balance that between paying your bills and also like leaving space for growth in your own life and what you want to do.
Oh, another life update. I have glasses. Well, I've had glasses in the past for reading. When I would be at a computer for a long period of time, I would have to wear my glasses. Or if I was reading a book, I would wear my glasses. But I went to get my eyes checked, and apparently I have astigmatism. And she said my eyes, what's it called? I have eye spasm. I don't know if those two are like the same thing, but she said my eyeballs are stressed out. So I think that was another sign that I needed to quit my job.
Yeah, there was a few things. Like I don't know if that was from work, but I know like you had some back pain just from like standing around and lifting things and moving. So there's natural stuff like that I think a lot of people experience and people could relate to.
couple of health reasons. Like my back had gone out for the whole month of March. I couldn't do a lot of things, and that kind of brought my mood down a lot.
I'm so grateful that I work from home and I kind of have a little bit more control over my life and my time at this point in my life. I'm really grateful for that. And we could like spend time together and do our own thing.
And I'm very proud of you for working really hard. So you don't have to work a retail job.
It's a video dedicated to me now. I'll take all the thank yous and gratitude. But no, it's a lot. It makes a huge difference. I notice like in my personal attitude and like stress levels, and I'm able to make time for myself to focus on like even career development stuff, like things I didn't have the energy for before.
Like what?
Like being able to take extra courses like online. Like
what kind of courses are you taking?
At the end of the day. So they're not sponsored.
Well, I'm trying to get you to say in detail.
They're not a sponsor, but I'm enrolled in like several Coursera courses, which if you're not familiar, they have like a lot of, I don't know, they have a huge range of things. A lot of like IT and data analysis and project management classes. All stuff that's really interesting and sourced through like, I don't know, reputable companies. Like I'm taking courses that were created by Google. So if you need stuff to pad your resume a little bit and you need some experience without having to get like an actual job and position, I mean, it's tough out there in the job market. Like
I feel like a lot of jobs are now requiring like certain certificates or like you know, courses or like certain like random skills like that you can learn on Google.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that was something I really experienced at the start of like my work career, was meeting the qualification.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like, it's the weird balance of trying to get in at like an entry-level job and people wanting experience. But like, how do you get experience if they won't hire you? That's why I'm applying.
Doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense at all. We're officially transitioning to PG-13 rating.
But yeah, getting back to quitting your job, like your full-time job, your 9-to-5 job, to create content or just do things that make you happy. I think it was a pretty sensible choice that we made as a couple.
Oh yeah, of course.
Andrew's very supportive with my goals and my dreams, as you might think, or say. That was stupid.
Yeah, we've been, I want to say lucky enough, but it's been like a lot of hard work on like both of our ends to get to the point where we're at. It's always like, I forget what the saying is, like luck is when preparation meets hard work or something like that. Or we're just kind of in the right place at the right time, and we had put in the work at that point. So we're able to kind of reach a little bit and be a little bit uncomfortable to try to extend ourselves and try new things and push forward a little bit in terms of like our creativity. And
yeah, I was gonna say quitting your job is a good way to stunt your creative growth.
I think a lot of people have felt this way, at least at one point in their life, where they're working at a job and they're kind of okay and they're comfortable is what it is.
Yeah.
And especially now, I think in the age of like social media and like people trying to advertise themselves as like side hustle culture is very big. Yeah, it's a huge thing. It's a huge industry of people like telling everybody to like invest and get rich quick and things like that. But what I'm saying is like there's a lot of people who I feel kind of want to take advantage of people. It's like naivete. I don't know. People like being naive and coming across these videos and like these influencers that tell them to buy their program or do like all of that stuff. And I'm trying to think of like other get rich quick schemes, like I don't know, like stock market trading or buying vending machines and stuff like that.
Oh my god, the vending machine game is up there right now.
I see those all the time, and it's interesting, and you think like it's incredibly easy, but all of that like takes time.
You only see, what other people want you to see. They don't, not always. You don't see the hard work or, the behind the scenes of certain things, like making a TikTok. Like how many times you have to stop and go, like adjusting things to make them look good, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and I think I'm saying it just to add like low asterisks on this like whole video, and the idea of like you quitting your job to focus on this a little bit more is that we are in a good place, and it's going to take a lot of time. And I've always like had a lot of pride in how often people tell us that we're very like normal or like relatable,
We're normal.
Yeah, I mean, we're not like, this isn't very hype video like we quit our job, we're going like if that makes sense at all.
I just don't think that's like our personality.
Oh yeah,
like we're very
very calm and
yeah,
relaxed. We try to minimize like the cringe of all of this.
I think I could be pretty cringy, and I think I've been cringy. I think everyone has been cringy in their life just a little bit. We also wanted to talk about today how, in addition to me quitting my job, or an extension to that, we also want to branch out to like other platforms like Twitch, Patreon. What else, honey?
I don't know. I think that's still like in the works, and you'll see that. You'll see us talk about that a lot more on like various like social media, like on Instagram. Like we probably post the most there, so we'll be a lot more consistent, and we'll be in a lot more places. Is kind of like the general idea. We have a lot of time, and we have a lot of things that we've always wanted to do, and things we've talked about doing that we weren't able to do. Yeah, we just didn't have the time and the energy for it at the end of the day. But now that we do, I mean, you'll be seeing us on a lot of different things, doing a lot of things you've never seen us do before, and a lot of stuff that you have. And we'll be at theme parks and all of that stuff. We'll be eating food like you've seen us do before in the past.
Like on Twitch, we want to play our favorite video games together and just talk to people.
Yeah.
That's something we like to do.
Yeah, and that's stuff like we've kind of like dabbled in on the channel, but we want to like dedicate certain spaces for them and
dabbled in.
Just a little dabble, give it a little taste.
Little dabble.
Yeah, so as that stuff comes out, we'll start including it in our posts and in our like comment sections and in the descriptions of videos, and you'll be able to see that. And if you'd like to support us on those platforms, and there'll probably be like exclusive things, exclusive videos and different things that we do in those different areas. So
yeah,
feel free to follow along. We definitely appreciate all the support.
We're very grateful for our little community, and we have a lot of fun. So yeah. Cheers, honey, to new beginnings and opportunities and investing in yourself. Oh, speaking of that, hold on. If you cheers and you don't drink it, it's bad luck. Just saying. I've also found a new passion. Well, it's something I've been like looking for a long time, like something I'm passionate about. Like I felt like I never really had, something going for me, like a sport or making something. But now I found that, and I've started to test out making candles.
Yeah, and if you follow us on Instagram, you saw us like post that we made one. We posted a picture of that, and then Bella also posted a TikTok about it.
Mm-hmm. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, you should. And if you aren't following us, the Almost Adulting on TikTok, you should follow us there too. I think we post on TikTok like the same amount like than on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely more lately, and it's very like more focused on what Bella's doing a little bit more, and that'll keep changing and evolving. Yeah,
so that's just a little introduction to my candle business. I don't know what else I'm going to call it, like my small business, my new project. It's my new project that I'm really excited about. Like, I've been testing out candles, like the stuff I create, and every day is just really exciting, like taking notes on it, like, oh, it's doing this weird. This is weird. Got to fix that. And I'm pumped about it, and I can't wait to have it up and share it with everyone. So keep your eyes out for that. So
yeah, and that's been like one of the most exciting things for me to have Bella have the opportunity to kind of branch out a little bit more. And I think it's like a natural extension of things that she already enjoyed but didn't have the time for, like we talked about. She was very involved in skincare, like in her jobs and career, and I don't know, natural fragrances and scents. So it was very natural progression of that to go out and do her own thing.
Yeah,
it's been really fun. The house smells really good.
I always loved like collecting candles. Like I'm not ashamed of it, but I have a little cabinet of my candle collection, and one day I was like, why don't I just make my own? That would be really fun. And I started looking up the process, and it's not easy. It takes a lot of work, but it's very fun. And yeah, I took that passion of, collecting, buying candles into making my own, and I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, and that's something we couldn't really have done like on a full consistent basis without like taking the full dive into leaving your job.
Yeah, now it's something I'm doing like every day or almost every day of the week. I'm working on this project.
Yeah, and that just goes to show that like when you're willing to take a little risk and be uncomfortable, like when you can be and when you can afford to be, it's worth it in a lot of ways. And I would definitely encourage people to branch out and keep trying to grow and keep trying to make yourself uncomfortable in different ways. And then that doesn't mean like quit your job and make candles like Bella's
and not have a plan.
Yeah,
make sure you have a plan if you're quitting your job. Exactly.
Yeah, it's something to like discuss, especially if you're like in a relationship and it was a long discussion for a very long time.
I think I want to end the video on the topic of making sure you do something every day that makes you happy. That's really important in life.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, for a lot of people, and myself included at certain points in my life, I mean, you get lost in focusing on continuing to like progress and just get by, and sometimes you forget about yourself, forget about some of the other important people in your life.
Positivity, sending it your way.
And as always, we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear your experiences. If you've experienced similar things, leaving a job that you've been at in a long while, or just any big changes you've had in the last few months. I feel like the past couple of years have been a huge shift in people's lives and the way we experience the world. So
for sure,
our DMs are always open on Instagram. That's probably where people reach out to us the most.
And in the comments of our videos.
Yeah.
It's always fun talking to everyone.
Yeah. Leave a comment and other people can kind of interact with you and build a little community, and that's always nice to see.
Even if it's small, it's still fun.
It's growing. We have really nice people. We have a lot of like friends.
So make sure to check us out on TikTok, on Instagram. We'll be on Twitch soon doing some live streams of video games and other things.
Everything that's an app, basically. We're going to be on it. We'll post it somewhere to make it visible for all of you guys to see, and feel free to follow along.
Yay! All right, we're going to close out today's video. Thank you everyone for watching. We really appreciate everyone's support and time, and thank you for listening to us because we're having so much fun doing these podcasts at home. Make sure to like this video, and if you aren't already subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next podcast.